Hey everyone, in this episode we're going to focus on repairing the storage compartment in the bow section, the one that was damaged during the previous repair of the hull. We're going to reconstruct the missing pieces that were cut off and trim them up and fit it onto the piece of the section of the floor that was removed. And then we're going to determine exactly where is the best place to reattach it to the hull. So here it is. Enjoy. The first side of the second side and the second side of the first side. So once you do the second side of the second side, you can trim it and fit it. Okay, hey, so we're gonna continue working on this front section. Tiny rebuilt these two sides which were cut off or poorly done by the previous people who repaired the stringer before. So we're gonna try and reconstruct the missing pieces. I'm just going to trim the excess off. You can see Tiny marked it out a little, but it still needs a lot more work to be done to it. So I'm going to work on that now. After it's trimmed and rebuilt, we're going to reattach it to this section here which we completed last week, and make it look like this. Over here, just 2 storage compartments that were in the cubby cabin, the cabin. If you see right here, there's a protruding past where we decided to cut, and I don't know if that's going to be a problem when it comes to tapping this back in. So what we're considering doing is maybe cutting it back a little bit like this to take it forward. That would move this past this point to back here. I know it'll take away a little bit of storage space, but I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. And that's kind of like hidden out the way anyway. Stuff tends to get lost in the back there. So I don't think we'll miss it. I think it'll make it a little more functional. Yeah, so that's like way back here, and it's difficult to get to. Stuff gets lost in the back there, and we will bring it up to here, and it'll be make things a little more accessible, I think. So that's the plan. I'm gonna do that with both sides, and hopefully end up with a better, more functional storage space. Don't sound too empty. Not at all. Maybe a time for a new grinder. So I trimmed off the excess, and that's where it came from. Probably have to do a little trimming more, but pretty good fit. As you can see, this one with the overhang some more. Now what we did consider, but I don't think it's going to work, pushing this up like that. I mean, we run a risk of this hitting the bottom of the hull. So we're not sure how much space we have, but that might be a possibility, you know. I guess we could take some measurements and see what we got. That way we don't lose any storage space at all. So I don't know. I guess I'll look deeper into that. That might be a better option. Plug yours. Let's see how you use it. I'm using that one. Yeah, you're using this one. Why? Pull this trigger and lock it in with the button. There you go.
Because this grit's so coarse, you gotta like press. Ooh, son. Alright, we'll make sure nothing can be, or like everything gotta look to like this light creamy green. Yeah. Nothing can be, no dirtiness, no unsanded surface area at all. Yeah.
Well, that's the current state of the hull. Boys were sanding in here, and they clearly didn't clean up. So I'm not going in there. No, no, no. Not gonna itch tonight. So I'll measure another day. Alright, so I catalyzed some resin. I'm gonna lay Connie did the outer edge. You just can sandwich this side with some cloth just to make it a little stiffer and stronger. Some leftover resin here. I hate to waste it. It's expensive stuff. Probably could have gotten away with 50 mils less. I don't know. There it is. I don't know if you can see. It's a bit better. So I just sandwich that piece in. Make it a little thicker. Give it some more stuff to sand. Got a lot of sand in and pretty work to do, right? Isn't that kind of awful? It's kind of horrible looking, huh? Plenty of work is gonna go into this, but one step closer. So, last bit of sanding we did was right down in this spot. And this is what it used to look like. Very ugly, to say the least. And also we smooth out this lip on this side. So that's the plan for there. Okay, ready? So that's pretty much done right now. It was difficult working around a drain hole, so some places I couldn't quite get to, but it's getting there. Alright, it's very dusty in here from some previous sanding we did, so I'm going to sweep it out and then continue sanding.
It's gonna be dusty again in 5 minutes, so I think I can get to work sounding now.
So now that all of the fiberglass is cured and nice and hard, we're going to trim off all the excess so that we can position the floor into the bow section of the hull, and then push the storage compartment in and see how far forward we could position it before it comes in contact with the hull. So yeah, that's what we're going to do.
It looks like we could push this straight up without any risk of the floor or the hull, the V in the hull, hitting it and hindering us putting this piece back in. So yeah, we're gonna move this up, move this one up, and we're gonna cut this one out and push it up. Right there, I had it flush on this surface. Actually, that lines up. That'll work. Okay, so we've determined that it would be safe for us to reattach this box further up off this edge and in line with this first raise. And this portion here would not come into contact with the V hull. So what I would do, they would make this, when we tab and everything back in, we'll be able to attach this solid because it wouldn't be overhanging like this, and it wouldn't interfere with us fixing this seam. So that's the next step. Reattach this. Cut this one out and move it up and reattach it in a new spot.